record this. Welcome everybody to the call. My name's Eric Johnson. Let's see who we got. We've got It Works. We've got Beachbody. We originally built this for Beachbody, which is cool. Wild Tree, Juice Plus, Usborne Books, and more. I actually just got a whole bunch of Usborne books. My kids love those. Juice Plus, Melaleuca, Beachbody. Awesome. We got a good group, good mix of people too, which is kind of fun. Excited to be here with you guys. And I'm sure there's more people popping on, so we'll see where they're from too. Again, my name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. Here's what we're going to do tonight. Tonight's topic is getting started right with Teamzy so you can become a power hour boss. Okay? For those of you who aren't using Teamzy, it's an awesome software tool which helps you become incredibly leveraged and efficient in your time. You'll be able to do all your income producing activities in less than an hour a day. Tonight, I'm going to show you how to do it, how to set it up, how to crush a power hour so you can easily connect with 20 people in 30 minutes every single day. I'll show you how to start conversations with them, how to invite them to learn about your business, how to follow up like a pro until they convert, okay? So we'll do all that tonight. It's gonna be fun. And then we'll do a question and answer at the end. You just put your questions in, see where it says Q&A. If you're live on the Zoom call, you can do questions there. If you're watching us on Facebook, just put in your questions. I'll get to those later on. I'll answer them. You can put those in the comments on Facebook. Okay, sound good? Let's jump in. Let's see here. I've got a couple of slides, just kind of introduce some things. Somewhere, here we go. All right, get started right with Teamzy, become a power hour boss. A little background on me for those of you who haven't met me before. My background's in coaching and consulting. I've been a professional business coach for 15 years, helping people build their business. I fell into network marketing by accident, probably like a lot of you. I actually was a Beachbody coach. I know we've got some Beachbody people on the call tonight. And what happened was their products helped me. I lost a bunch of weight. I lost 60 pounds in 3 or 4 months. It was life-changing. It was life-changing. And I was super excited about it. And I was just telling people were asking me all the time, Eric, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I would just tell them. You know, I didn't even realize there was a business opportunity at first. I was just excited about what was happening in my life. And when I did see that there was a pretty cool business opportunity, I looked at it from the perspective of a business coach, somebody who helps other people build their business. And I said, okay, well, Eric, you don't have a lot of time. You've got a job, you've got kids, you've got dogs, everything, right? You're busy. You need to figure out some tools that will help you leverage your time so that you can do this in the 1 hour day you have. Okay, so I went looking for them. I needed a system that would allow me to do the activities I knew were necessary to build a business in 1 hour a day. These are the things I needed to do. I needed a way to stay in touch with all of my contacts, okay? And stay in touch with everybody, every single person. Also, I wanted to know when to contact them and when not to. In other words, I didn't need to be spending 2 hours planning a power hour. I just wanted something that said, Eric, connect with this person right now. Don't think about it, just do it. Also, I wanted to know what to say to them. If you're anything like me, I would stare at that name and wonder, what the heck am I going to say to this person? Some of them I hadn't talked to in years. Maybe I'd never talked to them. We were somehow connected on social media. How am I going to start a conversation with somebody? And I would spend too much time thinking about it. I needed to just know, okay? And I needed a system that would let me follow up seamlessly so nobody ever falls through the cracks. Okay, we're going to talk about that today. I was looking for this. I needed something that would let me do this. Also, one more thing. It had to be easy to use. It had to be easy to use. Here's the thing. I love technology if it makes my life easier. If it's complicated, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. Seriously, make it easy. So I was looking for something that did all these things. And of course, you guys probably already know the story. It did not exist. There was nothing good out there. Certainly nothing based on relationship building, which is the core and the heart of what I teach and believe in. So with the help of some really smart guys, we built it. Okay, first we built it for Beachbody. And then the demand was there. People were asking us, can you build it for us? Can you build it for us? Can you build it for us? Teamzy is now customized for 70 network marketing companies. Pretty cool, right? And the way we pick them is they just come to us and say, we're here, we're already using Teamzy. Can you customize it for us? So today I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to be demonstrating Teamzy tonight. Since you're all from different networks, I'm going to be using the generic version. It's called Teamzy Standard, which can work for any network. So it'll look slightly different than yours, but it's pretty much the same. Just to give you a little history, in just 3 years, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy. Isn't that cool? I think that's so neat. I'm just humbled by that. And just so you also know, our active users are averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Now, when I say active users, they are doing consistently what I'm going to demonstrate for you tonight. So the demo tonight will be exactly what it looks like for these active users. Sound good? Let's jump out of here real quick. Cool. Let's get into Teamzy. Let's just dive right in here. Okay, so here's my Teamzy dashboard. Again, we're looking at the Teamzy standard version. So yours may be slightly different. What we're going to do is we'll quickly set this up. Now, if you're not already using Teamzy, just know you can get a 30-day free trial of Teamzy at teamzy.com. 30 days free, no credit card required. We don't ask for anything. We just want you to get in there and use it for full access for a month so you can fall in love, okay? First hits on us type thing. You will love it, especially if you use it. Now, if you're here tonight, you're going to learn how to take advantage of that time so that you can get tremendous value from that 30 days. Okay, so what you'll do is once you log in and create your free trial, it'll bring you into the setup wizard, which helps you set Teamzy up. If you've dismissed the setup wizard, you can get back to it right here from settings. Let me launch that for you, okay? All right, so we're gonna do a couple things in the setup wizard. We're gonna help you set an income goal, okay? Once you set your income goal, Teamzy takes that number and it calculates what you need to do to achieve that goal. Pretty cool. We'll help you create a powerful why. I'll explain why that's so important in a minute, and then we'll help you get all your contacts into Teamzy in one place. Not only your team and your customers, but all your Facebook friends, everybody in one place organized. No more pads of paper, sticky notes, spreadsheets you never update. Oh my gosh, the 3-ring binders. Holy moly, with the little printout sheets from your corporate office that you put in a 3-ring binder. Please don't do that. Use Teamzy. Let it be in your phone. Your phone is always in your pocket. Your 3-ring binder is never there when you need it, right? Okay, so let's go. Let's get started. Step 1, set an income goal. Just put a number in the box. That's it. I put 150,000. This was my goal, my 12-month goal, okay, in my business, was to be at the annual income level of 150,000 a year. Make sense? So what's your goal? Now, for those of you, if you have any leaders on the team that are already making significant income, you're going to put, your goal will be the difference in income. So in other words, what you want to earn minus what you're already earning. Okay. So put the number in there and then click continue. So Teamzy's now crunched the numbers and it's telling me that to hit $150,000 in 12 months, or at least get it to that pay level within 12 months, I need to connect with 4,348 people over the next 12 months. 4,348 people, okay? That's a pretty good number, but it's also a pretty aggressive goal. But here's the cool thing. Let me hit continue to the next page. The next page is the breakdown page, and this breaks it down into bite-sized chunks. So first it takes it into my 3 groups: prospects, customers, and distributors, okay? And then it breaks it down monthly, weekly, daily. So my daily account, my daily task to get to that big number is I need to connect with 9 prospects each day, 6 customers each day, and 4 of my distributors each day. Now, see this? See these boxes here, these goals that it set for me? Connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors. 19 connects a day. I will show you today that that will take you 20 minutes in Teamzy. Okay, once you get used to using the system, you will crank those suckers out so fast. I can't even believe I reached out to that many people in 20 minutes, okay? Now, when I say connect, I do not mean cold invite, message them with some annoying link to watch a video about a product that they haven't expressed any interest in, or anything weird like that, okay? All that yucky, icky stuff that sometimes they're telling you to do, that's not what I'm talking about. When I say connect, I literally just mean reach out and connect. Make someone's day. Make someone's day. We call it the make someone's day mindset. And I'll show you how to do that. It's super easy. But this first step is to make somebody's day. Then it's to have a conversation. As you have a conversation and uncover interest, that's when you can invite somebody. Okay, so let me just say that again. You have a conversation. You look for ways to help people. As you uncover interest, then you invite them. Notice that my goal for daily invites is 3. So I'm going to connect with 19 people. Out of 19 conversations I might start today, I'm going to have 3 invites happen. Make sense? This is how you build relationships instead of burning bridges. You're talking to people, you're creating a lot of energy, you're helping people, you're making people's day, and you will uncover interest and you invite those people, and everyone else, you continue to just work on the relationship, okay? Now, ads, this is just new people you're adding to your list, new people that you're meeting, putting in your Teamzy account every day, okay? Daily ads, so you have a daily goal of putting new people, we call it fresh water into your list. Make sense? Okay, now these numbers, just so before I move on, I want you to know these are suggestions from Teamzy based on your goal, but you can change them. You can overwrite them to anything you want. Let's say you're brand new and you have no distributors yet. Then just make that a 0 and add that number to your prospects list for the day. Okay? Make sense? You can change these to whatever you want. Again, they're just recommended numbers based on the goal that you set. All right, got that? Now when I click continue, that now sets my dashboard up. Let me just show you real quick. It sets my dashboard up to the goals we just set. So notice my dashboard. I have today's activities. These are the goals for today. Connect with 9 prospects, 0 done, 9 left. Connect with 6 customers, 0 done, 6 left. See how that works? Right now I have zeros because we haven't done anything. We'll put some numbers up on the board in a minute when we actually connect with people. But there's all the goals that I set up based on my income. If you ever want to change those goals, you click right here, edit daily goals. It jumps you right back to that page in the setup wizard, and you can just page through to this page where you change your goals, click continue, and it saves them again. Next step, set up your why. Let me just take you through this really quick. This is important. You guys just need to know this. You've heard people tell you how important creating a why is. You've heard lots of people tell you that. There's all kinds of books and trainings and things that you can do on this. And I think a lot of people don't do it. Well, I'm out of focus again. There we go. I think a lot of people don't do it because they're overwhelmed by it. They think they need to go to some sweat lodge in Sedona to figure this out, get in touch with their inner child or things like that. Here's the thing I want you to know. It's really quite an easy process. I'm going to teach you a very simple process that we've built into Teamzy to make this easy for you to do and to duplicate with your team, okay? But why is it so essential? Namely because 1 out of 2 people in this business quit their first year, okay? 1 out of 2 people quit their first year. The vast majority of people quit within several years. It's like a quitting epidemic, right? And you work hard to bring people onto your team. You want to help them stay with it so they can be successful. Here's what I want you guys to understand. You're all quitters, myself included, by the way. We're quitters. We are quitters. We quit things. We take the path of least resistance. There are exceptions in our lives, though. And all of us have muscle memory for times where we stood our ground and we persevered and were incredibly successful with something. True? I think about it. Every one of you can think of 1 or 2 examples where you've done that. The difference has been you had a reason to. You had a reason to, okay? And I'm going to take you through the process right now, and I'm going to tell you my story as an example. But I want you to know that if you don't have a really good reason to be successful in this business, you probably will quit. So you don't want to skip this little process. In fact, I've had lots of times people tell me that work for me saying, skip the my why part, your trainings will be so much shorter. But I want you guys, this is a passion for me. I don't really care. I mean, look, I'm grateful for your business. And when you subscribe to Teamzy, we get paid. Thank you for your business. But I want you to know your success is more important to me than your monthly fee. Does that make sense? So that's why I'm going to take you through this process really quick. All right, let's do it real fast. What I want you to do is, there's 5 questions. These questions are just for you. No one else needs to look at this. It's just for you to go through and get your mind thinking about this, okay? And the reason why most of us don't have this written why statement in front of us is because we just don't take the time to do it, okay? So this will force you to do it. Why did you become a distributor? Now, in my case, I explained a little bit in the beginning. I had lost 60 pounds. People were asking me about it. They were saying, Eric, what are you doing? And I would tell them, oh, I was doing this Beachbody thing. They're like, wow, that's cool. What's the website? And I'd send them to it all day long. I mean, seriously, I probably sent 100 people to Beachbody. And my wife said, do you know you can be a coach with them and get paid for those? I said, oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Honestly, this is why I'm married. Like, seriously, I was missing half my brain my entire life. Some of you guys relate. Maybe more than half my brain. So I signed up because I thought, well, I'm passionate about what they're doing and I'm referring people anyway. So I just signed up. Okay. I didn't have a deep goal. I didn't have a deep reason or a mission at that point. What do you hope to accomplish? Next question. What do you hope to accomplish? Now, in my case, I wanted to earn $500 a month extra money. That's it. I just wanted some extra money. Anybody relate to that? You're in business maybe because you just wanted to earn a little extra money. I was hoping to earn 500 bucks. Next question. Why is that important to you? Why is it important to you? So it's always important that, something comes to mind. It's like, why? Why am I thinking that? Now, let me just explain what I wanted to do with my 500 bucks. I wanted to save it. I just wanted to put it in the bank. I wanted to take that $500 and put it in the bank every month. It was like a moral victory that I needed to have. Now, just to give you some background, I told you that I come from the coaching and training industry. And for up to the recession, it had been like 11 or 12 years. I had worked for one company, the leader in coaching and training for real estate people. And it was awesome. I loved it. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I loved my job. I loved the people I worked with. I loved my customers. It was amazing. And then what happened? The recession hit. Do you guys remember this? Of course you do. The recession hit. Real estate was the first industry to take a nosedive. And so that business basically sunk almost immediately. And I found myself, along with everybody I knew, out of work. And I'm here to tell you, the good news is we made it through that recession. We were provided for by divine providence. Like, it was amazing. But it wasn't easy. And we used our savings and we stopped saving. We started living paycheck to paycheck, right? Which was great. I mean, at least we were able to do that. But at the point where I was looking at this business opportunity, $500 a month going into the savings account, that was going to be a big victory for me because we hadn't saved money in almost 7 years. Okay. So that's what I wanted. I just wanted to put $500 a month into the bank. Now, what's the next question? What would achieving this mean for you and your family? What would achieving this mean for you and your family? Now, what I dreamt of was buying a new home for my family. I was constantly looking at homes online and just dreaming about being in a place where we had more space. We'd outgrown our home and we were kind of on top of each other. I wanted to, at some point, not have to work and build my own business from home and be with my family, but there was no possibility of doing that. We had nowhere for me to go. At one point, I thought about taking all of our clothes out of the closet and putting a desk in there and working in the closet. Seriously, my wife would never let me do that, though. So I didn't know what to do, but I dreamt of a new home. And then during the recession, we were upside down on our mortgage. I'm sure some of you guys have experienced that. Our mortgage was, 6 figures upside down at one point. So moving was impossible. But I thought to myself, you know what, Eric, if you could just put that money away every month and you could do it long enough, you could create enough space that maybe you could get a new home for your family. Does that make sense? Now, going through this process, just answering these questions, do you guys see how I went from, okay, sure, I guess sign me up as a coach, to, wow, I'm starting to think about buying a new home for my family. This is kind of exciting, right? Next question. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? Now, if you're anything like me, this question gave me pause and made me uncomfortable. Why are all the good personal growth stuff like that make you uncomfortable? But it did. It made me uncomfortable because it made me stop and look at why I wanted what I wanted, what was meaningful about it. You see, we don't do that. We never take time to look at what we really want or care about because most of the time we're in survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you don't stop and think about meaning. You're worried about providing for today's needs. True? So I started thinking, why would buying a home be meaningful? Like, what's the meaning behind that? And here's kind of the realization I came to. I realized that the home was symbolic of family. Does that make sense? It wasn't that there was anything wrong with my house. Sure, a few extra square feet would be nice. It was what it represented, family. See, I got up in the morning and kissed my kids goodbye as I went to work. They were still in their pajamas in bed. And I'd go off to work and I would work. And I loved my job. I was really good at it. I had a lot of respect and status. I made good money, even though it wasn't enough, obviously, to save anything. And I would come home in the evening and my kids would be in their pajamas again because now they're ready for bed. That was kind of my life with my family, was good morning and good night while my kids were in pajamas, 30 to 45 minutes with my wife before she collapsed exhausted for bed. And that was not the life that I wanted. I had felt like my duty was to provide provide income for my family. But I felt like more important than that was to be present for them. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to be present. I also didn't want to be under the thumb of an employer who would lay me off at the first sign of trouble, right? And I'll never forget it. I'd never in my life been worried about losing my job. In fact, the week before I was laid off, I received the best employee review of my career, right? So I was super shocked when I was laid off. But here's the thing, I just didn't want to be worried about that again. And I started thinking about this whole thing with my family and what I wanted in my life. And that process of just really thinking about it helped me create my first why statement. I'm going to share it with you really quick. Again, this is just my story as an example. You're going to go through this yourself and figure out what it is that you want. But it's so important to get it in front of you because you need to reprogram your brain to actually make this happen. See, you can't follow your heart. Have you guys ever heard that term, follow your heart? Yeah, follow your heart's a nice thought, but your brain is in charge. That's how you can drive home and not remember driving home. Was that your heart leading you home? No, your subconscious mind drove you home. You got to reprogram your brain with what you want in your heart. So let me take you through this really quick. Here's my why statement. I wrote this, guys, just 3 years ago. I can't even believe it. This last box is where you write your why. This was mine. To create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. Okay, that was my why statement. Now, what happens is you write your why statement right here in the My Why box, click continue, and then what will happen is it publishes it to the Teamzy dashboard. See it right there? My why. So what I want you to do with that is every single day, you come into Teamzy and read that to yourself out loud. You're going to feel like a nerd, but it's okay. Do it anyways. Read it to yourself out loud. Here's what having a why statement like that does. It convicts you. It convicts you. You are not going to feel like building your business some days. But now you're confronted with this why. See, when I wanted $500 a month extra money, it was like I could take or leave working on it today. That's extra. When I put it on the line, this is my relationship with my family. This is the financial security of my family. Oh my gosh. Now 25 minutes in Teamzy doesn't, how could I possibly blow that off? I'd have to consciously decide to stay stuck in my current life instead of taking 20 minutes and getting my connects out and working towards my why. Does this make sense? Just so you guys understand what happened for me, within 3 months of writing this down, I left my corporate career because I stopped thinking about my Beachbody business at the time as extra money. I started thinking about my career as extra money and my business as my primary thing. Instead of my side hustle, it became my primary thing in my mind. Yes, I still only had an hour a day for it, but it became my primary focus because I understood that that vehicle could get me everything I wanted and that my career, there was nowhere left to grow. Does this make sense? Within 3 months, I left my full-time job. I came home to work on my business. I had nowhere to go. Do you guys remember I told you a minute ago, the house was too small, nowhere to go. I went to, this is called figuring it out. Good salespeople figure it out. You guys have heard that before. I went to Home Depot. So I got a tiny bit of severance when I left my job. With it, I bought a new computer and I went to Home Depot and I bought a shed. Some of you guys know the story. I bought a shed, like the kind you put your lawnmower in. You know, they're sitting in the parking lot at Home Depot. I had it put in my backyard on the dirt. I drilled a hole in the wall. I ran an extension cord through that hole and I started working out of my shoffice, right? My kids called it the shed quarters. Let me show you. I have a picture of it right here. And some of you guys have been around for a while. When we first released this to Beachbody coaches, all my training videos were from the shed. There's still some on our site that are filmed in that shed. It was only 3 years ago. You know, only 3 years ago, I was in a shed. Now I could fit a third of my old house in this office. It's pretty cool. Life is good. God is good. But my point is the shed, I had to figure it out, right? I couldn't afford to rent an office, so that worked. For 18 months, I worked out of a shed and I built my dreams. You can see in the background, by the way, on my homemade whiteboard, because whiteboards are expensive, you can see notes for an idea. This is one of my business partners, Mike Lopez, in the picture. You can see the notes for the idea for Teamzy as a concept on my whiteboard. Cool, right? And I know I got a couple of Beachbody coaches. You can see in the background all of my little rank advancement envelopes. You guys, I don't know if you guys still use those, but hey, that's the deal. You make it happen. The why convicts you and helps you get out of your own way so that you can be successful. Does this make sense? One of the things I always teach my leaders in my boot camps that I do is that if you have people coming onto your team who won't go through this process of finding their why, don't invest a lot of time in them. They're not going to stick around. Okay? The same is true of you. Just be honest. If you're not going to do this, be honest. Ask yourself, am I going to stick to this business or what? All right, let's get back in here and finish the setup wizard. So the last piece of the setup wizard after we do our why is there's a page in here that lets you import some contacts. Okay, there's a few videos here that help you do it. If you click continue, it takes you right to this import page. Okay, so you can bring in things. Let me skip this and show you how to get to that page at any time. So if you leave the wizard at any time you're ready to put your contacts in, just click this add contact button right here at the top of the screen. Okay, you can add one person manually, or you can click bulk import to do a bulk file. Simple, right? Now, I want you guys to know on the left side of Teamzy, Help Center. See this right here, Help Center? This is where you find all the step-by-step tutorials and FAQs on how to do imports. So what you're gonna wanna do is get your back office imported first, because you wanna get your team in first, then your customers in second, and then the next list I would bring in would be my Facebook friends. If you get your distributors, your customers, and your Facebook friends, you're ready to rock. That's a lot of people, and it's a great place to start with connecting. Make sense? Okay, so you can find all that stuff here in the Help Center. So once you get all the people imported into one place organized, Teamzy lives in the cloud, right? It lives in the cloud. So anytime you have your phone, your computer, your iPad, whatever, you can get to Teamzy. How cool is that? So you don't have to have that notebook with you, or that pad of paper, or your shoebox full of sticky notes. You've got your full CRM in your pocket at all times. You meet somebody in the grocery store, great. Open up Teamzy, add them to your Teamzy list, set your follow-up with them, start connecting, okay? It's all there for you. Now there's one more step for setting up before we're ready to crush a power hour. Let me take you through that, and then we'll do the power hour together. So if you look at Teamzy, I'm on the dashboard now. This is where we do our work. The team page, I'm gonna jump over there. The team page is where your full CRM lives. A CRM is a customer relationship manager, okay? It's a type of software that helps you manage relationships. Everybody's here. All your contacts are here. On the right, you'll see all of their contact information, your notes that you've made on them, everything that you've ever connected with, the whole record of your conversations is here. It's all here in your CRM, right? Now, when you've done a full import into Teamzy, it's gonna bring you to this page and ask you to rank these people. It'll automatically do it. You can manually go to rank mode by coming here and see this little menu right here. Click that and hit rank mode. Now let me just show you what this does. This presents your list to you so you can quickly go down and give people a ranking. 5 stars being awesome, 1 star, not so great. See how easy it is? If I want to change Cosmo's rank, I just click on it and it's auto-saved. I can go to the next person, okay? And I can just go down and rank people. If I see somebody I don't want, I just hit the trash can. I can delete them right now. Make sense? You can go down this list quickly. Now, this is actually very fast to do because Teamzy brings them all in as a 3-star. So really what you're doing is just looking for people that are less than or greater than 3 stars and ranking them. Now, this is an important step. I don't want you to skip this. Let me explain to you why this is so important. See, I'm going to teach you a little bit tonight about relationship marketing. That's not what this training is about, but I'll give you a little bit here as we go. But the whole idea of Teamzy is it helps you stay in touch systematically with people so you can build relationships with them. The more you do that, the more trust you create. The more trust you create, the more customers and team members you uncover. And the more referrals, the more people that get sent to you by them. Okay? If you do this right and follow the Teamzy system, as I'm showing you tonight, you will never have to go anywhere to find new people. People will be bringing you new people. Okay, the people you have will be bringing you new people. And as you do meet other people elsewhere, you bring them into the system and you start building the relationship. Okay, I want you to stop thinking about one person as a possible sale or prospect and start thinking about one person as a connection to 100 more people. Okay, and that's how you create a business that is sustainable, that you never get burnt out from, that's full of joy and love, and you can focus on helping people. How cool is that? All right, so what we're gonna do with this, you gotta understand this. So as you're connecting with people, 80% of your results come from the best 20% of your relationships. That's the 80-20 rule. Have you guys heard that before? 80% of your results come from the best 20% of your relationships. Okay? Which means you should be talking to those people more often. So the star rankings allow Teamzy to create your list for you automatically every day and bring up those people more often. This is what the star rankings mean. A 5-star is somebody most likely to become a customer or a distributor, or they're a customer or distributor that you already have that's a rock star on your team. These are your favorite people, your best relationships, your closest family members. Those are your 5-star people. They show up on your up next list every 30 days. Every 30 days, it's like, hey, Eric, connect with this person again. Okay? You won't have a lot of 5-star people. That's really often, but you'll have some core people there. 4 stars, there's somebody likely to become a customer or distributor with a little bit of nurturing. Or they're your solid people on your team, your customer base that are solid. They're also your good friends, your good relationships, not your closest, but your good relationships are 4 stars. They show up every 60 days just to connect. 3 stars can go either way. That's why everybody defaults to 3. A 3-star person shows up every 90 days to connect, every 90 days. You're still connecting with 3-star people 4 times a year. In fact, most people on your list will probably be 3-star. Now, 2 stars are getting a bit colder. They show up every 120 days. Do you guys see how this works? The more stars, the more often. That's how simple this system is. But without it, here's what happens if you don't do this. You can connect all day long in Teamzy and go, why aren't I getting great results? Well, because you're talking to the people who are going to take longer to warm up, right? So you want to be warming up everybody on your list over time, but you also want to be cycling the hot people through so that you can get, I want you to get sales this month, next month, the month after, while you're developing everybody else. Does it make sense? Okay. Now that we've done that, we're ready to do our power hour. Let's do it. Once you've set up Teamzy, by the way, you never have to do it again. You never have to think again. You just turn it on and do what it says and get it done. How cool is this? You can do it from your computer or your phone or whatever. You can do it like I did, where I got up early and I had some quiet time in my office and I got it done. Or you can do it on the fly, like when you're waiting in the carpool line at school to pick up your kids, you can pull out your phone and crush your power hour. You can do it whenever it works for you because it's in the cloud. You can do it anytime. Make sense? And you don't have to plan or think. So I'm ready to do my power hour. Here I go. I'm going to look at my dashboard. Notice this power hour module in the center. This is where we do the work. Now, on the left side are my lists. There's 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and my follow-ups list. Okay? Each list only shows me 5 names at a time. That's by design. That's to keep me focused and to keep me from getting overwhelmed, right? I have access to everybody in Teamzy on the team page, but here on the dashboard, just 5 at a time. On the right-hand side is where we log the activity as we go so that we don't have to go back and do homework and log stuff. It's done as we go. Make sense? So here's how it works. Teamzy's going to tell me who to connect with. Who's up next? J. Lisa Swain. Great. Now, I'm going to connect with Jay via Facebook Messenger, and you can see I've got Facebook already open in a separate tab ready. Okay? So I'm going to message her, but this is where I used to get stuck. What am I going to say to Jay? Okay? So because I got stuck with that, I had to work really hard on figuring out how to start conversations that were easy and make people's day at the same time. So I created some scripts, and they work amazing, and they're in Teamzy, by the way. You have full access to these, even as a free trial person. Right here in this connect box, see where it says scripts? Click that. I'm going to get a Facebook script. And I'm just going to grab the number 1, which is connect number 1, basic one. It says, this is the script. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Okay, I'm going to copy that script. Okay, now it's copied. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste it in here so that I can edit this a little bit. Obviously, her name's not Jade, right? I need to correct the name. Hi, Jade, just stop by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. I like emoticons. So I'm going to put some emoticons in here to kind of make this happier. Here's a little smiley face. Okay, you with me? Now that I have the message just the way I want it, I need to actually go send it in Facebook. Okay, this is important. Teamzy can't send a Facebook message. Nobody can send a Facebook message except Facebook. You have to use Facebook Messenger to send a Facebook message. So I'm going to jump over here to Facebook to send it to her. See how easy this is, though. Just going to look her up. There she is. I've already copied that message to my clipboard. So now I just send message and paste it. Okay, there it is, ready to go. And I send it to her. Boom, that message is sent. I'm gonna make her day with that. Now, when I come back to Teamzy, just log that as a Facebook message and click the big blue log connect button. Do you see how easy that is? Even though Facebook makes us paste it, it still took me like 10 seconds to send that message. Notice now on my board, I've got 1 done and 8 left. I'm making progress. The next person on my list is Faith. I recommend just using that same script again. I'm just gonna paste it again, it's still on my clipboard, and change the name to Faith. I've already got my emoticon in there the way I want it, right? There, ready to go. So again, I'll do the same thing. I'm gonna copy that. I'll toggle over to Facebook, look up Faith, send the message. Okay, when it's sent, then I log it in Teamzy. And I'll move down my list to the next person. 2 done, 7 left. I'm gonna continue in this way until I've done my goal, which is 9 connects. Now, can you change the scripts? Sure, you can change them up if you want. If you're new to Teamzy though, and you haven't reached out to any of these people, you can just use that same script for that first connect. Why not? Why overthink it? I can get those 9 connects done in 10 minutes. Do you guys see that? Now, when I'm done, now here's a couple things happen. Some people will respond right away. Don't start having a conversation yet because you'll get distracted and never finish. Just get focused on getting all your outgoing messages out. That's it. Just ignore the incoming messages for now. It won't take you long to get done, and then you can have those conversations. But just focus on the outgoing messages. Ignore the incoming messages. Okay? If people do not respond to that message that you sent, don't worry about it at all because they will come back on your Teamzy list automatically at a later date based on their number rank, on their star rank. Okay? So they'll come back in 30, 60, 90 days without you even worrying about it. So don't worry about the people who don't respond, okay? So when I'm done sending messages to my 9 prospects for today, I'm gonna toggle to my next list, which is customers. My goal here is 6. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing with Alistair. Maybe I'll go to my scripts to get an idea of something to send him, right? Here's a good one, great. So here's a script. I'm gonna copy this. Let's see, I've got some Beachbody people here, so I'm gonna customize this for you guys. Hi, so change his name real quick to Alistair. Hi, Alistair, how are you enjoying your Shakeology? Please send me an update and let me know how it can be of help, okay? So when I have it set up the way I want, I'll copy that script, I'll send him that message in Facebook, and then I'll log it here. Now, you don't have to use Facebook Messenger for all your messages, just so you know. You can do it however you want. Text message, email, Snapchat, LinkedIn, phone call, send them a card. I don't care. Meet them for coffee. You can log all those things in Teamzy. I just want you to know, primarily, I use Facebook Messenger because it's super efficient and it has the highest response rate, okay? All right, so look, when you have this all set the way you want it, again, log it, and you got 1 done, you go to the next person. Next person on my list is Akeem. Okay, connect with your customers, stay in touch with them. Now, just really quick on this, without getting too deep into it. Connecting with your customers is as important as prospecting. Okay, connecting with your customers, write this down, is as important as prospecting. 3 reasons, really quick, 3 reasons. Number 1, it's good service, right? It's good service. How many of you guys wish you were better at staying in touch with your customers? Now you have a system to make it easy. You do not need a complicated customer follow-up program. You just need to let Teamzy tell you, oh, here's the next person who's up next, say hello to them. That's it. You don't need to create some really complex follow-on program. Just trust me on this. All you have to do is stay in touch. The number 2 reason why you need to be in touch with your customers is this. When you're in regular contact with customers, they order more products. It's statistically true. They order more products and they retain longer on their auto orders. Okay, they retain longer. How many of you guys would like to see your team volume increase and retention increase on your monthly reorders? Right? All you have to do is stay in touch. That's it. Just being there. Just being there. Now, what's cool about this is it gives you a chance. People love the service, and they will. A lot of times, people will ask you, "What else should I be using? What else? What other products should I be getting?" Okay. When I was doing my Beachbody business, just to clarify, you guys, I'm not a Beachbody coach anymore. They wouldn't let me do Teamzy and Beachbody, so I'm speaking historically. But when I'd have people doing stuff, and they would often say, you know, Eric, can you send us your recommendations for all the workout equipment we need to buy? And I was like, really? And it's kind of funny because look, I know I got a couple of you Beachbody guys on here. Do you know that that month I sold like 11 of those mini mat workout mats? Because they were just, here's the thing, that your customers love you, they trust you, and they want to know, what else do I need? What else should I get? What else should I get? Okay. So be in touch with them. They'll order more products. Teach your team to use Teamzy. Even in a 30-day free trial challenge, you will see your team volume go up just because they're in touch with people. The third reason why you need to be in touch with customers, let me see, you guys have a little button that lets you raise your hand on this webinar. Raise your hand if you'd like some new customers. Anybody? Oh, they're all going up now, which is good. If you'd like new customers, the way to get them, the best place to find a new customer is from a current customer, okay? The best source for a new customer is a current customer. Write that down if you didn't write it down yet. The best source for a new customer is a current customer. Think about it. People are using your products and loving it. They're loving it. So what do? What do people do when they love something? They tell everybody about it. They tell everybody about it, okay? Just picture. Juice Plus people, just picture the kitchen at work where your customer is pulling out their capsules and taking them in front of people. What is that? They tell them all about it. Wow. And they tell them how great they're feeling. Wow. What's happening with that person? I'll tell you what's happening. They're ready to purchase. They're ready to purchase. This is happening right now in every one of your businesses. You have customers who have friends and family who are ready to purchase. The problem is they don't know how. They don't know you because maybe you're not in touch with them. So you're not getting introduced to those people. Okay, so you need to be in touch with your customers. You need to have the pulse on them. People that are getting great results, you need to ask them, hey, is there anybody that you care about who needs more information on these products? And when they say yes, say, great, could you introduce me? Introduce me quickly to them. I'll get them some more information. Get introduced to these people. You want new customers? Focus on your best ones. Stay in touch with them. Make sense? Did you guys know, I think it's 82% of North Americans make purchases based on the recommendations of a friend. What more do you want? All right, let's get back in here real quick. Last list is your team. You're gonna connect with your team. This is why it's called Teamzy, by the way, right? It's about creating a family with your team. People will do anything for the relationship, the connection, the belonging that you can create in your team. You just need to spend some time connecting with them. I'll never forget, you know, I was on one of these incentive trips where they send you on a fabulous vacation. You guys know, raise your hand if you guys have ever gotten to go on one of those trips with your company. It's so cool, right? It's one of the best things. And the one that I was on, we were on this cruise in the Caribbean, and the entire ship was chartered with distributors from the company. So it was really neat. And at that time, people knew me as the Teamzy guy. You know, Teamzy was new and people were asking me about Teamzy, whatever. And I remember having this conversation with somebody who was a pretty impressive in her own right in her business. She is a six-figure earner and somebody that I respected and looked up to. And we were talking, and her sponsor was like one of the top people of the company, right? I mean, mega. Like they have all these special, you know, diamonds and lots of diamonds and things like that in her title. And she was like a celebrity. And I said, wow, that's cool. She personally sponsored you? She says, yeah, she's my personal sponsor. I said, do you talk to her directly? And she goes, well, not really. I mean, since she signed me up, I've never talked to her. I said, oh, she goes, but I could make an appointment with her assistant if I needed to. I said, let me just ask you a question. How meaningful would it be for you if you got a text from her out of the blue that says, hey, I saw that you just ranked up again. I just want to say congratulations. I'm really proud of you. And it was just a hypothetical. We're just having a conversation, standing on the deck of this beautiful ship with this view of the ocean, you know, the Caribbean. And you know, this woman broke down in tears right in front of me. Like the thought of that was so impactful. And I just cannot even believe that leaders in this business use the excuse of my team's too big and they stop staying in touch with people. Look, we're giving you Teamzy, guys. We're giving you Teamzy. I don't care how big your team is. Now you can stay in touch with them. It takes a second to send somebody a text message or a Facebook message, letting them know, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, congratulations. I saw you got your first customer today. Hey, congratulations. You just ranked up and you're gonna get to walk the stage at convention. Whatever the case may be, your distributor list is just as important as prospecting. You're gonna go down your list the same way. Send a quick message. Okay, log it in Teamzy, and it keeps cycling through your team that way. Make sense? Okay. Prospects, customers, distributors. The last list is follow-ups. Now, when I get there, you notice there's nobody there. It's empty. How do people get on the follow-ups list? See these lists, your up next lists, these are automatic. People will constantly be cycling. This list will always be here for you, but you have to put people on the follow-ups list. The follow-ups list is for your people you've invited to your business. Your follow-ups list are prospects that are interested in the business. You are following up as a business professional like a pro. So how's this work? I'll just give you an example. This power hour, we messaged 19 people, okay? 19 people. Maybe 50% of them will respond, okay? I already told you, don't worry about the people who don't respond. Don't give them a second thought. They'll come back automatically. For the people who do respond, now you're having a conversation, right? And I'm doing this because I messaged them. So we're messaging a little conversation back and forth. My goal in that conversation is just to catch up with them, see how they're going. I'm working on the relationship here. And I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to find out what they need. How can I help this person? Okay? How can I help this person? Now, some people will need the help that specifically is answered by my business, which is great. That's like a gimme. Like if somebody needs help with whatever it is you solve, that is fantastic. But you might not get there in the first conversation. They may need something else. They may need a recommendation to a new dentist. They may need some knowledge that you have. They may need you to pray with them because they're having a rough day. I don't know. Could be anything. Find a way to help them. That is how you build a business, is you add value to others. Okay? So let me give you an example. I messaged my friend Jay. She says, oh my gosh, great to hear from you. How are you? And great, we're catching up. I'm asking her questions. She's asking me questions. We're catching up on each other. Okay? She says, she gives me I get all her updates from her. What are you guys doing? Where are you living now? Oh my gosh, do you have kids? What's going on? How's your dog? Whatever. And then she says, what about you? What are you up to? And I might tell her. Okay, so I'm going to tell her part of my story. And I may approach it different ways based on what she's told me. I'm listening, right? But what I want her to get from this conversation are two things. Oh my gosh, I'm going a little bit deeper than I meant to tonight. That's okay. You guys don't mind, right? Learning this stuff. Write this down. Two things I want her to get from this conversation. What I do and why I'm passionate about it. I want her to know what I do and why I'm passionate about it. Okay? So what is it you do? Do you help people with weight loss? Do you help people get fit? Do you help people get healthy with nutrition? I know we've got a bunch of nutrition people. I saw Beachbody, Melaleuca, Juice Plus tonight. We have somebody here, Usborne Books. You help with literacy. You help kids with literacy. You help moms and teachers earn extra income. Like, what is it that you specifically are passionate about solving in your business? Right? I've got It Works in here too. So what is it that you solve? What is it that you solve? Now, I might say something like, oh, well, Jay says, well, what have you been up to? Oh my gosh, I don't know if you know this, Jay, but I left my job 3 years ago and haven't looked back. Oh my gosh, you did? What are you doing now? I have my own business. What do you do? I help people with, boom. Okay. When I was a Beachbody coach, I would say something like, I know you and I haven't been in touch, but I recently lost 60 pounds. It was really life-changing. Oh my gosh, good for you. How'd you do it? And I used Beachbody stuff. It was amazing. Oh, wow, I've heard about them. Yeah, in fact, it helped me so much. I became a distributor for them, and I found that I have an incredible knack for helping other people lose weight now too and get healthy. Wow, that's good for you. Okay, don't be afraid to tell people what you do. This is the thing that drives me nuts about our industry, is that they teach you to hide what you do. People need to know what you do and why you're passionate about it. How do you help people? What is the problem you solve? They need to know what you do and why you're passionate about it. Okay? I'm not asking her if she wants to join my business or buy products. I'm telling her what I'm doing. Does that make sense? Now, based upon how she responds, I will definitely ask her a question like, hey, if you'd like to learn more about what I'm doing, let me know. Or would you like some more information on what I'm doing? Okay. And she says, yeah, I'm kind of intrigued. I think I would like some more information. Great. Now that I've uncovered some interest, I am going to invite her. Now, what if she says, no, I don't really want any information. No, thank you. I don't have a need like that right now. I would say, awesome. Listen, no problem. Hey, it was really great chatting with you today, Jay. And I just want you to know that if you do come across somebody who needs help in this area. Can you please connect us? Because I have a passion for helping people with this. Does this make sense? And she will say to me every single time, they will say to me, I will definitely do that. See, the traditional approach has people going, oh my gosh, I have to avoid Eric at all costs. He's trying to sell me something. And this approach has people going, that's really neat what he's doing. I need to think about who I know that he can help. What a difference, right? So when she says, no, I'd like some more information, now I'm going to invite her. So how do I do that? Let's say I'm going to invite her to an event to learn about the business. Great. Jay, listen, here's what we'll do. Are you going to be around tomorrow? She says, yeah, I'll be around tomorrow. Great. Where my team is doing an event on Facebook. You can watch this from your pajamas. It's a live stream. If you're interested in learning more, I'll send you the link. You can tune in. I'll check in afterwards and see if you have any questions. She says, that's perfect. Okay, great. So how do I do this invite in Teamzy? First, Jay's not on my dashboard, so I'm going to look her up to find her record. Okay, that brings me to her record. Open up the connect box. So now I'm going to send her, see where it says invite? I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to move her off connect, and I'm going to put it onto, let's call it a business opportunity meeting. Okay, and we'll call this a Facebook Live. Just put a little note what it was, Facebook Live. I'm going to send her that link. And now see this little calendar? This is my follow-up. See, now that I'm sending her, I'm inviting her to something, I'm going to follow up on it. Okay? When I do this and hit log connect, there's a follow-up on her record. And it's actually logged that as an invite. See, I've got an invite now, and she's now on my follow-ups list for tomorrow. So you start conversations. Some of those conversations will fizzle out or they won't respond. No big deal. Just let them go. They come back on Teamzy automatically on your up next list. For the conversations that you find some interest in, invite them to something. Then put them on your follow-ups list and follow up like a pro. Okay? So your power hour looks like this. Connect with prospects, whoever's up next. Customers, whoever's up next. Distributors, whoever's up next. And then you go to your follow-ups list and you follow up with whoever's due. Simple. You can't screw this up. You just got to do it consistently. Now, really quick, do I have a couple minutes here? Not really. I got to get to Q&A. Let me just talk to you really quick about following up, okay? I like to spend a little more time on the follow-up thing, but you guys need to know this. 80% of all sales happen after the 7th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen after the 7th follow-up. Are you guys following up 7 to 10 times on, how many, raise your hand if you follow up 7 to 10 times on an invite? Probably not. Probably not, right? Because you're worried about being annoying. So here's what I want you to know. The Teamzy follow-up system is so simple and incredibly effective. And when you follow it, people will not be annoyed by you. They will thank you. They will thank you from their hearts for following up with them, okay? I'm going to teach you the 2 principles so that you're never annoying when you follow up. I'm going to teach those to you tonight on this free webinar because I want you to have it. But I want you guys to understand something, mindset shift. Stop thinking about following up as annoying and start thinking of it as this. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love, okay? This is how you love people. How many of you want to help people in your business? Like you really want to help people. You cannot help them if they don't purchase that first kit, right? And 80% of them won't do it unless you follow it up 10 times. So following up is how you love them. Following up is how you help them, okay? And not following up communicates, I don't care about you. I know it's harsh, but it's true. You want to love people, you have to follow up more. Now, here's how you do it without being annoying. Get your pens and paper out, write these principles down. First off, I want you to know this though. If you're using Teamzy, I put 10 follow-up scripts numbered 1 through 10, do them in order for you. You don't have to think, just use my scripts and follow up. When they're due on Teamzy, send them a follow-up, okay? But here are the 2 principles. Number 1, never ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Don't ask them to do anything. Don't ask them to respond. Don't ask them to call you back. Don't ask them to RSVP for the event for the 12th time, whatever. Just, they shouldn't have to do anything but read it, okay? And you won't be annoying. Number 2, your follow-up should always be written. No Voxer, no voice texts, no videos, no voicemails. Oh my gosh, that's the worst. Calling somebody unannounced on the telephone, that's taboo in our society now, right? Do you like it when your phone rings and there's an unavailable number coming through? Nobody likes it. Don't do it. Now, you should talk to people on the phone, but after you've messaged and set the appointment, okay? All right, that's just a little side note. It needs to be written. It needs to be written. They need to be able to read it, and you won't be annoying. Because if you send them a voice message, now I have to listen to it, and I may not have time to do it right now. My kids could be screaming right now. I just want you to be able to see it. That's why it needs to be written, and it needs to be short. Written and short. So your second principle is written and short, so they can see the whole message on the lock screen of your phone without opening it, okay? They need to be able to see the whole message, see it, without opening it. Why? They're not going to open it until they think they can respond, because they don't want to look like a jerk. So a lot of you are going, some of these people are never even opening the messages. They're still getting them. That's what's important, is they will see your messages. Whether or not they respond doesn't matter. You just need to get in there and plant your little moment of smile in their brain. Does this make sense? You just need to be present, need to be present, need to be present. Here's what will happen. 20% of your people who are very interested will respond in the first 3 follow-ups and sign up, and all is good. Those are the people you've gotten so far in your business. The other 80% of the people will take 7 to 10 follow-ups. Most of them will not respond at all to 5 or 6 follow-ups. So if you're getting nothing but crickets right now, you're not doing anything wrong. That's just normal. But you just need to keep continually checking in. And around 5 or 6, you'll get a message that says, oh my gosh, thank you so much for staying in touch. I'm so sorry that I haven't responded. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for staying in touch. You're amazing. And then you restart your conversation and you keep following up, okay? If you use a system like this, you'll always have a full pipeline. You'll consistently have people joining every single month. Some people may take a year, some people may take 2 weeks, but you'll have that pipeline always full, always touching. Now, let me just show you one more thing in Teamzy. When you complete your follow-up, so when I go to my follow-ups list and I complete my follow-up with Jay, let me show you how this works. I'm gonna go to scripts. I'm gonna grab follow-up number 1. There it is. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, I'll copy that script. We do it just like a regular connect, right? Change the name, get it just the way I want it. I'll send it to her on Facebook or text or however you want to do it. I like Facebook. There's Jay, she's still there. I'm just gonna send her that message. This is her follow-up message, okay? Boom. Follow-up message number 1 is sent. Now, when I log this in Teamzy, this is really important. I need to put her back on my follow-ups list again. Let's say I'm going to follow up 2 days from now. I'm going to put her back on my follow-ups list before I log it. That keeps her on my follow-ups list. I want to keep her on that list until she converts. She might be there for a year for all I know. I'm going to keep connecting with her. She's shown interest. I've invited her to something. I'm going to keep connecting with her. Make sense? Okay, now at the end of however long it takes, when she signs up and she's ready to go, what I'm going to do is I'll go to her full record. Okay, and I'm going to log the sale. Let's say she came in as a distributor. Great. I'm just going to save that. She came in as a distributor, and then I'll go ahead and I'll tag what she bought. So look, I've already got Challenge Pack tagged for the Beachbody people. I've got, Tower Garden for your Juice Pluses, whatever it is. Look, I even have whatever tagged. Whatever your product is, just tag it there so you know what she got. And then now I move from member type from prospect to distributor, personally sponsored. The whole process. First connect, the follow-up, the invite to the follow-up, to moving her to my team. Make sense? All right, so we've got a couple minutes. Actually, I don't have much time left, but if you have a few questions, throw them in the Q&A. I'll take a few questions here as I promised, and then I'll bless you guys and send you on your day. Okay, well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you spending some time with me tonight. I hope this was really valuable for you. Do me a favor, get into your 30-day free, if you're doing a 30-day free trial, get a success partner to do it with you. Hold each other accountable. Send each other a screenshot each night when you've completed your dashboard to hold each other accountable so you can get the most out of this. At the end of your 30 days, Teamzy's $29.99 a month. Okay, that is less than the commission on one sale. So use this for free for 30 days, generate a bunch of momentum. You get one sale, it's paid for. Come on, it's less than $1 a day. But for 30 days, it's free. Get in there and get the most out of it. Use that time, okay? And do me a favor, let your team members know about Teamzy. Get them into the free trials too. We appreciate your support. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. God bless you. Have an awesome night. I'll talk to you soon.